Okay, you are seriously not going to believe the story we're diving into today.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
We're talking about a former Olympian, someone who reached, the absolute peak of athletic achievement, representing their country.
Stood on that world stage.
Exactly, and then somehow transformed into one of the most wanted international criminals on the planet. It sounds like fiction.
It really does. When you showed me that article, from Olympic athlete to most wanted, the rise and fall of Ryan Wedding, I mean, the whole premise is just staggering.
Right.
We're so used to hearing stories about overcoming adversity like rags to riches.
Yeah.
This is, well, it's the complete opposite.
Totally. Forget rags to riches. This is like riches to infamy or something. We're looking at Ryan Wedding, Canadian snowboarder, 2002 Olympics.
Had everything going for him, seemingly.
Right. Talent, opportunity, maybe even a bit of privilege, and yet he ends up deep in the world of global crime. So what we really want to do in this deep dive, what I think you'll find fascinating, is trying to figure out what happened. What factors could lead to such an extreme, kind of bizarre transformation?
And the article really lays out a pretty stark picture. It's almost a cautionary tale,
Yeah.
It gives us the sequence of events that offers some maybe unsettling insights into motivation, power, that kind of thing.
Okay, so let's rewind. Go back to the beginning, because it really did look like a promising start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan Wedding, elite athlete, snowboarding for Canada, 2002 Winter Games in Park City, Utah. You can almost picture it, can't you?
For sure. And the article gives us a good sense of him physically, too.
Yeah.
Big guy, like 6'4", 240 pounds.
Wow.
And snowboarding, I mean, it takes a certain amount of, let's say, comfort with risk, right?
Definitely.
His coach back then, Bobby Allison, even pointed out Wedding had this complete absence of fear. And what's really interesting, maybe a bit chilling, is thinking about how that exact trait, such a plus in extreme sports, seems to have, well, reappeared later in a very, very different context.
Yeah, like a double-edged sword, kind of. The thing that makes you great at one thing fuels something else entirely.
Precisely.
The article says after he just missed advancing at the Olympics, he actually enrolled in university. Simon Fraser.
Right. Planning to become a stockbroker, apparently.
Which sounds, totally normal, ambitious even. A solid plan after sports.
It does. It's that surface life the article talks about, the expected path. But clearly something else was brewing underneath all that.
It's like that intensity, that adrenaline from competing.
Yeah.
Maybe it left a void.
That seems to be a key part of it. Because the next step, according to the source, is him getting a job as a nightclub bouncer. Early 2000s Vancouver.
That's quite a shift from Olympic Village or university campus.
The huge shift. And that scene, especially around the marijuana trade back then, was apparently really vital. Well, the article mentions serious gang warfare. It even gives examples like hatchets being swung in parking lots. Properly dangerous stuff.
Jeez. Okay. And Wedding's reaction to all that danger?
That's the kicker. He was, and the article uses this word unfazed.
Unfazed by hatchets.
Apparently. Seems like the adrenaline, the chaos, it sort of resonated with him. Maybe it felt like the thrill of competition again, but, way darker.
So he found a new arena for that fearlessness.
Exactly. And this is where you start seeing the change. He begins to mirror the personas of the gangsters he's around.
How so? Like changing his appearance?
Yeah, bulking up even more, wearing designer brands, cultivating this image of intimidation, status. It wasn't just about the job anymore. It was about building this new identity.
And it's important to remember, like the article points out, this wasn't driven by like poverty or desperation.
No, not at all. His family had money. His dad loaned him, what was it, $250,000?
Yeah, $250,000 for real estate investments. So his first steps into crime weren't about needing the cash. It was a choice.
A very deliberate choice, it seems. The article then mentions his first real criminal ventures. Large-scale marijuana, growing and flipping houses.
Okay, so starting illegal, but maybe not yet full-blown gangster territory?
Kind of easing into it, perhaps?
Yeah.
But then things escalate. 2006, there's this massive raid on his grow op.
How massive?
Get this, 6,800 marijuana plants, plus 86 pounds of dried product.
Whoa, what's that worth?
Estimated value around $10 million. Biggest bust in the region at the time.
Okay, that must have stopped him in his tracks, surely.
You'd absolutely think so,
Yeah.
facing that kind of bust. But here's the thing. He wasn't charged.
What? Why not?
Lack of direct evidence, apparently. Just one kind of loose informant. So what should have been this huge wake-up call, the article calls it just a speed bump for him.
Wow. So instead of scaring him straight, it maybe made him feel untouchable?
That seems likely, yeah. Like he beat the system,
Yeah.
which probably just emboldened him more.
So what happens next? He gets away with the $10 million grow up.
Well, ironically, by 2007, he's claiming he's broke.
Broke. After all that.
Yeah, apparently lost big in real estate, like $500,000. And then a cocaine deal went bad, cost him another $300,000 or so.
So even the illegal stuff wasn't foolproof.
Definitely not. It shows how risky that world is. But did he back off? Nope. He doubled down,
Oh.
escalated the marijuana side again, partnered up with others, started growing even bigger scale. We're talking 8,000 plants and warehouses.
And the money?
Hundreds of thousands a year, reportedly. The article has this great detail about friends seeing them moving actual garbage bags full of cash.
Just garbage bags of cash, casual.
Right. And this wealth starts showing. He gets this super fancy condo in Vancouver, Westwood Plateau.
Oh, yeah. What was it like?
Etched initials, garage full of luxury cars.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards. A very, very visible display of this criminal success.
But you got to wonder, like the article hints, can you sustain that lifestyle, that ego, just on marijuana, even at that scale?
Probably not. Or maybe the thrill wasn't enough anymore, because this is where things take a really, really dark turn.
Okay, I'm bracing myself.
He shifts into international level drug trafficking. And the scale is just mind-boggling.
The one?
The article cites figures like 60 tons of cocaine annually.
60 tons.
Annually across 4 countries, estimated revenue, over $1 billion a year.
$1 billion. From snowboarding B-lister to potentially $1 billion drug lord.
It's almost incomprehensible. And
Yeah.
it didn't stop at just trafficking. The article claims he moved into ordering hits.
Ordering murders on
Well.
rivals, debtors.
Yes, and tragically, one case involved mistaken identity. An innocent man was killed.
Oh, that's horrific.
Truly awful. And they apparently linked it back to wedding. The hitman, this guy called Mr. Perfect, was arrested, and digital evidence pointed to wedding ordering the hit.
So he's gone from athlete to grower to trafficker to
Marco.
alleged murderer.
And who he was apparently dealing with by this point. It's heavy stuff. The Sinaloa cartel, Russian agents, even potentially Hezbollah operatives.
Good Lord, he's swimming with the biggest sharks imaginable.
Deep in it. Reportedly protected, hiding out somewhere in the Sierra Madre Mountains in Mexico. Shielded from law enforcement.
And there's a bounty on him now, right?
A huge one. The article mentions a $10 million bounty. That tells you the level he reached. He became a major international target.
It's just hard to reconcile that with the image of the Olympian. It really is.
And that's the core of it, isn't it?
Sure.
The article stresses this isn't some story about overcoming hardship. This is about potential being corrupted. Yeah. By what? Thrill, ego, power.
Yeah. He had, as the article says, every opportunity for a normal life, maybe even an exceptional one outside of crime.
Which makes his story, as the source puts it, one of the most unique and disturbing criminal evolutions you could imagine.
It really makes you think about that seductive power of risk, control, and identity. He found a new identity, didn't he? A powerful, dangerous one.
One that maybe offered a kind of dark thrill, a sense of control that perhaps even elite sports couldn't match in the long run.
And it all circles back to that first thing, doesn't it? That complete absence of fear.
Yeah. The very thing that helped him on the snowboard seems to be the thing that allowed him, maybe even drove him, to take these insane risks in the criminal world.
It's a powerful reminder, I guess, that even positive traits, like fearlessness, can lead down incredibly dark paths if they're, misdirected or unchecked.
Absolutely. A disturbing example of that for sure.
So wrapping up this pretty unbelievable deep dive, we've gone from Ryan Wedding, Olympic hopeful for Canada,
to a globally wanted fugitive, allegedly involved in billion-dollar drug trades and ordering murders, with a massive bounty on his head.
The question just hangs there, doesn't it? How does someone with that much promise, that many opportunities, end up taking such a destructive path?
The article points towards that lure of thrill, the corruption of power, finding this all-consuming identity in the underworld. It gives clues, but maybe not complete answers. It's complex.
It definitely leaves you thinking, doesn't it? About, I don't know, societal values, what we chase, the allure of power, and how traits we think are good, like ambition or fearlessness, can twist into something terrible.
That fine line between ambition and destruction, yeah. It's quite thin sometimes, it seems.
Makes you really ponder the complexities of why people do what they do.
Indeed. And if you found this story as compelling and, frankly, disturbing as we did, you can read the full article yourself. From Olympic athlete to most wanted, the rise and fall of Ryan Wedding. We've got the link for you. It's quite a read.
Definitely worth checking out if you want even more detail on this really unsettling story.